Elon Musk's daughter on her cringe father. Vivian Jenna Wilson came out as trans in 2020. Now 20 years old, she's been financially independent since then. In 2022, she petitioned to have her name legally changed. Wilson didn't want to be related to her biological father, Elon Musk. He mentioned her in a 2024 conversation with Jordan Peterson. Musk claimed she'd been killed by the woke mind virus. Wilson responded on Threads, calling his characterization entirely fake. She called Musk desperate for attention and validation. Since then, Wilson has remained highly active on social media. She says she rarely thinks about Elon Musk.
I'm not giving anyone that space in my mind. The only thing that gets to live free in my mind is drag queens.
Wilson is currently studying in Tokyo. In a recent interview with Teen Vogue, she described her coming out. Her mom, Justine Wilson, was very supportive.
She pretended to be slightly surprised for 30 seconds and then was like, "Yeah, honey, okay."
Elon's response was very different.
He was not as supportive as my mom. First of all, I had not talked to him in months, so I had to get parental consent to get testosterone blockers and hormone replacement therapy.
Now, Wilson only thinks of him when she sees something on the news.
I'll see things about him in the news and think, that's cringe. I should probably post about this and denounce it. The Nazi salute was insane. That was definitely a Nazi salute. The crowd is equally to blame, and I feel like people are not talking about that. That crowd should be denounced. But other than that, I don't give a about him. I really don't. It's annoying that people associate me with him. I just don't have any room to care anymore.
Wilson calls Elon a pathetic man-child.
I don't give a how much money anyone has.
Wilson had some issues with Walter Isaacson's 2023 biography of Elon Musk. In it, Isaacson used her dead name.
He had an agenda when writing his book, which was to make Elon look good or look more complex than he is. In order to do that, he needed to villainize the trans teenager and make it seem like there were two reasonable sides to the story.
Wilson disagrees with Isaacson's labeling her a Marxist. She says she's a leftist who's worried about income inequality. Wilson's politics were influenced by her upbringing.
Seeing that kind of wealth, extravagant wealth, firsthand while living in Los Angeles and seeing the homelessness problem, the wealth gap, you start to wonder, how is this fair? You have to inevitably come to the conclusion it's not.
As for Musk's politics, Wilson says they are entirely his own.
Him going further on the right is not because of me.
Wilson says the current administration is cartoonishly evil. She's not really surprised her father has made himself at home in it.
I haven't talked to him since 2020. That was almost half a decade ago at this point, thank God.